Will there be a big move coming from Cronos token sometime soon? I think it has a good chance that it does, and I will show you guys why I think that on the charts. And of course, one of my viewers wanted to see more of Cronos. If you guys want to continue to see more of Cronos, make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe, letting me know that you guys do want to see more of CRO, because I can only do, episodes like these if enough people want to see it. So make sure you guys like the video and trigger the algorithm, right? Because I am in the business of getting views when I am on here. So make sure you guys do that for me as I do this for you guys. Now, Chronos here has been on a little bit of a pullback, right? This is the weekly time frame. And what has it been doing here since this massive pump? Okay, from that went basically from about 15 cents to almost 40 cents in a week's span. Okay, that's pretty crazy, because Kronos is a big altcoin. Okay, it's not like one of these really small caps, right? This is like top 100. So, it has been on a little bit of a downtrend. Now, I want to do a little bit of a recap since last time, because I talked about a potential cup and handle pattern here, which Kronos did not form because it was just so bullish that it basically just broke through that resistance I said would be about, 23 cents. Now, that happens if this market is very bullish, and this is what we saw from, Kronos. Okay, so could CRO continue its bullish momentum? We're going to be taking a look into the charts and see what the charts say. Okay, because I think a lot of this is going to still depend on Bitcoin. That is still the driver of this market. If Bitcoin pumps, that is still very good for the altcoins, and Bitcoin is entering into a critical zone right now. It does need to break out of its bearish pattern on that daily time frame I've been talking about. I will link you guys to my Bitcoin video I did earlier today. I never trade altcoins without a clear understanding of Bitcoin, because that could really wreck your trades. We also have the FOMC meeting that's coming up tomorrow, which is going to be very important. If the Fed does what the market expects it to do, which is 3 rate cuts this year, that's going to be very good for the risk-on assets, your Bitcoin, your altcoins. I am long on Bitcoin. I am long on quite a bit of the altcoins here across the board. So my opinion on this market is bullish, but these are just my opinions. Like the entirety of this video, it's not financial advice. You still have to form your own opinions, all right? So this is basically what I'm seeing. We're going to invalidate this trend line here because it was not a cup and handle. And since this pump here, it has been retesting previous resistances. As you guys can see, the previous resistance is still at about 23 cents. That's coming from these notable weekly candle wicks, right, where it got rejected. And it is staying above that right now, which is pretty good sign, right? Let's zoom in to the daily time frame and see what Chronos look like right here. So it has broken through the daily 21 SMA. That is a key short-term moving average, right? Your blue line here, that's currently at about almost 27 cents, right? If it breaks through that, I usually look for a few moving averages that are pretty close to it. One of which would be the 12-hour 50 SMA, which also Chronos has broken through that. The next one would be the 4-hour 200 SMA, which Chronos is still above, right? So this is very important, because if CRO actually breaks below this, then it could be looking at more downside. Then I could be looking at the daily 50 SMA as the next key support. That's currently at about 20 cents right now. Now, something else to also consider is that CRO is running within a falling wedge pattern, which has a higher chance of breaking to the upside, okay? Let's just say if it breaks to the upside here, for example, price target would be about 32 cents here for Chronos. Now, price targets are estimates only. There could be more, there could be less. It very much depends on Bitcoin. Okay, if Bitcoin starts dumping, which there is still a chance of it dumping, and in its current setup, Bitcoin is looking like it has a higher chance of dumping. That's just purely based on technical analysis. However, there are other external factors that tells me that Bitcoin has a pretty good chance breaking to the upside. Okay, higher than usual from within that bearish pattern. In my opinion. Now, this is basically what I'm seeing for Cronos. So let's see if this 4-hour 200 SMA holds and if this pattern holds. Because if it doesn't, if CRO actually breaks down from this falling wedge pattern because it still has a smaller chance that it does, then the daily 50 SMA is going to be my next um, focus as key supports. And let's see if it bounces off that and starts making higher highs again. So this is basically what I'm seeing for CRO. Let me know if you guys want to continue seeing any more of it or any other coins in this market by dropping a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.